Hey y'all, this is Bennett. I'm back again for another pickups video. This is, I think, is my first pickups video since returning from Siege. After the pickups I had there, this is my first one. And let me tell you, things are a little bit different going back to my hometown, slim pickings, when compared to the awesome wall-to-wall amazingness at Siege. So, there were times in the intervening period when I went to stores here in town, for instance, and was just, heart sick at how little there was to find in comparison to a big convention showroom floor of amazing titles. Like, we have a store called Second and Charles. A lot of you probably have that in your neck of the woods. That is, I think, related to one of the big bookstore chains that, of course, are a dying breed anyway. This is Second and Charles is primarily focuses on used books and movies and music and video games and things like that, toys and so on. And let me tell you, the video game aisles have been shrinking. It used to be, here's the whole row for Xbox and Xbox 360, and here's a row for PlayStation, 1 and 2, and then a row for PS3 and a row for PS4 and Xbox One. And I mean, it was just stacking up row after row. Here's a whole row for Wii and Wii U, and here's a whole row for handheld stuff, and it just had gobs and gobs of stuff to pick from. Now, literally, they're down to basically, part of one row, both sides of one row, and that includes some accessories and aftermarket nonsense that is in the same shelf space as the games that we might be looking for. So it is a sad state of affairs, and of course it's been taken over by Funko Pops and other collectible stuff that is great for whoever wants that, but it's terrible for those of us who are looking to buy games and build up our collections. They did still have the glass case, several cases that they had put anything that was remotely good now in there, taking it off the rows and into the glass protection there. And you can't blame them, I guess. It's just, that's the way the market is going. But it is a real shame. So yeah, looking at a store like that and thinking back to the Wonderland at Siege, that's hard to get over. But we press on because it's still yard sale season. There's still thrift stores, even though some of them are sending all of their games to their online store and eBay and whatnot, which, again, can't blame them. That's what they need to do, but come on. Anyway, but we persevere and press on because we're out there game hunting, and the hunt goes on. So let's just get right to it. Speaking of those thrift stores, the first thing I'm going to show you is something that I found at a thrift store. In fact, it was at a Goodwill, and Goodwill is the one that has been sending literally everything to their online stores. I hadn't seen a video game in a Goodwill in town in months and months, not a single one, at any of the 3 or 4 or 5 stores we have in town. But I went in, still hoping the other day, and the advice remains, go into that DVD section and look through all of them. And the same with the CDs, because people slip up and they put things in the wrong place, and you never know what you're going to find. So I actually found a Wii game in the DVD section. It was the Family Feud 2010, and I, with much soul searching, decided to put it back, even though I don't have it in my Wii collection yet. I figured I could let it go, even though it was only like $2 because it was DVD priced. But then I looked in the CD section and I found the PlayStation Classic Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit, which a lot of people really love this game. I haven't played it myself, but I'm glad to add it to the collection. It was priced as a CD. You can see here, 99 cents. And so with tax, that would be like $1.06 or something. And because I didn't want to get a big pile of change coming back, I ended up paying, I ended up rounding it up to help their, to put the change in their employee education fund or whatever it is. And so I paid $2 for this 99-cent PlayStation game. But yep, it's complete. It was, you know, manual, obviously, and game looked all right. And now it's in my collection. So, and believe me, I was stunned to see a game, even though I always look, I was stunned to actually find one. And the guy at the counter is like, I slid in the thing, you know, price side first so he could scan it. He was like, what CD is that? I was like, actually, it's a video game. He was like, we got PlayStation games? So I had to, you know, tell him the whole thing. Yeah, like somebody put it in the wrong spot. So you never know. That's why I always check. All right. So big excitement there. That led into yard sale Saturday, of course, yesterday. I didn't go yard sailing last weekend because I was, my wallet was still recovering from Siege. So I figured I would let the smoke clear on that and, you know, work on getting things out to the door for sale, you know, to pay back some of the expenses rather than buying more stuff and adding more stuff to the work pile that I'm not showing you right now, but it's a hideous mess. So no yard sailing last week, but I was up and at 'em yesterday, and the first things I found, again, this was not exactly an epic week, but first things I found were actually at a yard sale at a pizzeria in the town next door, our kind of sister city. And yeah, I saw an ad on Facebook that they were having a yard sale at oh, I wish I can remember the name of the pizzeria, but it's like Fazzone's Pizzeria, a real local pizza place. And so went inside and they had wall-to-wall, box after box of mostly vinyl. They had some sports memorabilia out. They had some, you know, appliance kind of things, kitchen kind of things, blah, blah, blah. A lot of things with the conspicuous markings from other thrift stores. So, you know, I know where this guy got a lot of his stuff was, you know, Goodwill, because there were things marked at, you know, DVDs that were marked at 313 or whatever, and had dots on them and stuff that would indicate the color and things like that. So, yeah, another thrift store shopper, good for him. And yep, so I went in and looked. I was not interested in all the vinyl, although I do have friends that are into that sort of thing, and I let them know about it. But yeah, and the guy even said, you know, oh, this is all. I'm not gonna do the Italian accent because that would be bad. But he said, this is all the common stuff. I got my real collections on the other side in the other part of the store. So I got 10,000 records over there. So pretty impressive. I asked him if he had 10,000 video games too, and he said no. But he did have some video games in amongst the piles of DVDs that he had, and I you know, mostly it was sports stuff for the Xbox 360 and original Xbox, but there were a few other things, and what I ended up coming home with was Aggressive Inline for the GameCube. It is complete, and SmackDown vs. Raw 2009 for the Wii. They were $1 a piece, and that was fine by me. I don't know, you know, neither of these are high on my list to make sure to add to the to the collection, but you know, when I find a GameCube game, I'm pretty much going to get it. And I hear good things about the wrestling games. I also hear that sometimes they have some value. I didn't actually look this up, but you know, sometimes the wrestling games are, you know, good for flipping. So I'll look it up. Yep, it's complete, has manual and everything. So I'll look it up and decide whether I'm going to keep it or flip it. If it's not worth anything, I'll keep it and maybe play it. And yeah, same with Aggressive Inline. I'm just gonna pop that in the old GameCube collection and watch it grow. So $2, not too bad. And I really thought that was gonna be it for a long time. I was just striking out left and right, left and right. I found a kid at a yard sale that had a couple of Xbox One games for sale, but it was like a Madden game and Rage 2, I think, and I considered that, but I didn't really need it. So, but I asked, you know, hey, do you have anything like a DS or anything you're not playing? And he was like, oh yeah, I got some DS. And he went back inside and he looked around, his mom looked around, and they said they couldn't find the, you know, box full of DS stuff, so he ended up bringing out some like I think it was Lego Ninjago, which I don't need, on the DS, and a couple other like Xbox 360 things, including like one that had the wrong game in it. Anyway, he brought out a couple of things. Thought I was gonna get me. I was like, you know, bring out that. I don't need this Pokemon Heart Gold complete, and I don't need this, you know, other stuff. But nope, no such luck there. So really thought I was gonna get nowhere the rest of the time, till I finally did go to a yard sale for a local school that's like a church affiliated school. In fact, we we looked at this place to consider sending my my daughter for school, and they were a little bit too fundamentalist for us, like way too fundamentalist for us. Like, you know, we want to teach our kid science, and they're not interested in that. So, but whatever. I don't mind supporting their school cheerleading program by going and buying a couple video games at their yard sale. So that's what I did. And I got stuff that I normally would not have gotten, you know, for any particular reason, but they had this here selection of games. I'll just do it this way. They have a complete uDraw black version, and I looked it up, and these are going for around $20 or so complete. And so that's cool. I'll probably, it's not in the best shape. I don't know. I may end up putting it on the shelf if I have room. I like finding, you know, the big box stuff like this, so maybe I'll keep it because it's not in such good shape that I can say, you know, hey, look at this pristine collector's piece, everybody. But still, it's complete. It has the black tablet, which is apparently desirable. So actually I already have a black tablet, so maybe I'll just try and sell that. Anyway, uDraw, which I've played around with before, and it's pretty fun. I don't know why. I guess it's, I don't know why they're not particularly, they didn't get particularly anywhere. Like, a lot of people have them and nobody uses them, so I don't know. But also had this. I don't know if, I guess this is probably what's supposed to be in the box, or maybe it's a second copy. But anyway, uDraw, Studio Artist, whatever. And this is a random Wii Fit that they had, which again, these normally, like before the weird COVID times, I wouldn't have, you know, picked this up for nothing. I already have half a dozen of these probably sitting around, but I just kind of grabbed all the Wii games they had. And so there you go. And then the amazing Disney princess enchanting storybooks. This one is still sealed in ultra fresh springtime fresh condition. This is gonna go straight to Wada for 9.9. I'm gonna flip this sucker for $2,000 in a heartbeat, because All right, never mind. But it's whatever. It was on the pile. I got it. Maybe it'll go. Maybe it'll, you know, add a little value if I go ahead and sell the uDraw kit there. The price charting says about $10. For this, I got it for $2, so hurrah. Yeah, and I'm thinking about it. I'd have to look, but I kind of feel like I already have a copy of this one, possibly still sealed also. So I may be cornering the market on sealed copies of Disney Enchanting Storybooks for the uDraw. So if you're looking for this one to complete your sealed Wii collection, put a comment below and we'll work something out. Trade, you know, whatever it takes. So yeah, slim pickings at the yard sales. I did go to one more thrift store, not Goodwill, but a local place, and that actually does have video games from time to time. And there I found yet another copy of Call of Duty Black Ops. Got it for, I think it was like $3. No, yeah, $3. And these go, this is straight trade to GameStop for about $9 in credit there. So that's, you know, that's making money. So I'm always going to pick these up. I think the PS3 regular Call of Duty Black Ops 1 does not trade in for some reason, but like all the other ones trade in for $7 or $8 or $10, and that's easy flipping all day, every day, because they're everywhere. So yep, and then believe it or not, possibly the gem of the day is this Barbie Dream House Party. This was like $1 and or $1.50 or something. Barbie Dream House Party. It is complete, in case you're wondering. And you know, looking it up on price charting, this goes for like $18 or so. So you know, maybe I'll sell this right off or keep it and watch that value climb. You know, make my Wii collection the envy of the universe for having a complete copy of Barbie Dream House Party. Or maybe I'll play it and put it on YouTube and have everybody follow along, and there you go. But anyway, yep, so this was something that I wouldn't have looked for. You know, some of these like kids games or whatever have kind of lower runs, I guess, and of production, and have a little bit of value. Like there was that one, it was like a race and ride or something that had some value for a while. Anyway, but if you're looking for Dream House Party, I've got it, not you. So call me up if you want to trade. And yeah, that was my haul for this past week or so. I have some things, like I got something in the mail that I will do on a unboxing at some point soon. I'm waiting for another thing that's in the mail that was literally, it was shipped on the 9th, was supposed to arrive on the 15th, and you know, the tracking just says it's somewhere, you know, it's in transit. Looks like it's gonna be a little late. It was shipped media mail, and it is somewhere in the United States, to the best of my knowledge. So if that ever shows up, or if for some reason it just plain doesn't, I guess I'll cover that when I do my unboxing. I'm kind of waiting for that so I can have two things to open. And this is not exactly you know, the most thrilling thing in the world, but I'm you know, I'm happy to have it and put it in an unboxing video, so we'll look out for those coming soon, I suppose. I also have a return coming back from Mercari, where I sold a 360 and some games that worked great for me, but apparently crapped out for the recipient. I'm still a little concerned that he might be sending me back a different 360, you know, a 360 that he had that wasn't working, and he was just going to scam me out of a fresh one. But I don't really think that's going to happen, but if I figure out that did happen, I'll give you that. rundown in a video too. So, but anyway, things are moving and shaking. We're still out there collecting and trying to make money so we can get more games. So I thank you so much for watching this whole video, and like and subscribe and all that jazz. If you want to hit the bell, do I even have a bell? Do you get a bell at this point when you only have, you know, a small number of subscribers? I guess so. I don't know. Look down there if there's a bell. You can ring it. I don't know if it'll do a whole lot of good, but whatever. Anyway, thanks so much for sticking with me through this, and we will see you next time. Have a great day.